Well, in quarantine, we're breaking all the rules, and instead of eating dinner and then dessert, we're eating dessert and then dinner.
Maybe.
So today we are going to Thailand, where we're gonna be making some mango sticky rice.
You know what time it is? It's time for the ingredients. Okay, so here we go. The very first ingredient that you're going to need is rice. Not just any rice though, you do need sticky rice. So the real difference between this is how sweet it is. And what you want is to get either some sushi rice or glutinous rice, just something from the Asian store that has high amounts of gluten. Number 2 is 2 mangoes. You want them pretty ripe. These ones might be a little bit over, but it's what we can find. So you need about 2 of them right around this size. Up next is some brown sugar. Tia, how much do we need?
4 to 5 tablespoons.
4 to 5 tablespoons. We do like them a little bit sweet, so we got the 5. Up next is the coconut milk. Be careful, it's not coconut cream that you want. It is coconut milk.
And you do also want the full fat version, none of the light stuff.
Yes.
You want traditional full fat coconut milk.
Right. Last but not least is a little bit of salt. This is a 1/4 teaspoon and about 2 cups of water, 1.5 cups of water. So those are the ingredients that you're gonna need to make this recipe.
Now, to start the recipe, this is gonna be the worst part of it because we're gonna have to wait for the rice to soak, which means you have to wait a little bit until you can eat your dessert. But we're basically going to start with a pot, and we're gonna put our sticky rice in the pot with some water, and we're gonna soak it for 20 minutes to about half an hour. So let's get started and do that.
Cup. Nice full cup over here. Boom. Nice and level, right into the pot. And water.
Oh, you want me to pour it?
And
so if you didn't catch that, that was 1 cup of the glutinous rice, or the sticky rice, and 1 cup of water.
okay, Tia, now the rice is soaking. What can we do?
Well, I mean, we can cut the mangoes so that they're ready to go. That way, when it's ready, we can eat it faster.
The way we're gonna cut this mangoes is into small cubes. So we're going to slice either side and then just take off all the flesh that we can and discard the seed.
Coconut milk.
And time. Okay, what's next?
All right, we are gonna start boiling the rice, but we have to mix some things in with it first to give it some wonderful flavor. So Andy, go for it.
Step 1, your salt, your 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Step 2, a good portion, about a tablespoon worth of your brown sugar. Bloop. And Tia, the rest is the water. That is about 1/2 cup right in there. Whee! And your coconut milk.
Only 1/2 can though.
Yep, we're gonna mix it up a little to get all the goodies from the bottom. And from the top, scrape it down. And we're gonna pour about 1/2 of a can right into the mixture. A little bit more. Okay, that's about right. All right, So now what do we do?
Okay, so we actually have to boil this. It's gonna look something like this.
Ooh, you can smell the coconut already.
It doesn't look too appetizing just yet, but it will taste good.
It does smell amazing already. All right. So the next step here would be to take it and put it on your stove and bring it up to a gentle simmer. Ooh, turn it down a little bit. All right, so now we're just gonna have to wait, but we do need to cover it. So here's our lid. Here's our lid. You want to cover it so it's slightly covered but still have some heat to escape. Notice how I took a lid that is a little bit bigger actually. That is intentional. You want some of the heat to be able to escape, but it's still partially covered. Come back and check on it. You do not want this to be on a hard boil or the coconut milk will burn. So do check on it, but about 20 to 30 more minutes and we'll be back to finish it off. Take 2. Someone forgot to hit record. All right, Tia, what do we got here?
Okay, so the rice has finished simmering and it's gonna look something like this when it's done. So you'll see all the liquid has been cooked down. Now make sure you are paying attention to it because if you aren't while it's simmering, you might actually burn the bottom, which is not the end of the world, but if you can avoid it, it'd be good. Now what we want to do is actually steam the rice for a little bit. So we've got our proper size lid here that actually fits on this time. We're gonna put it right on, not letting any steam escape at this point, and we're just gonna keep it on for about 10 minutes. Okay, while we let this steam, we can start making the rest of the sauce, I like to call it, which is basically gonna be the rest of the coconut milk mixed with sugar, aka the deliciousness. So we're gonna take a sauce pot, something like this, not too big, not too small, and we're just gonna put it over a low heat, a medium-low heat, and we're gonna want to warm the coconut milk. You do not want to bring it to a boil, you just want to warm it.
In goes the coconut milk. Now, time for the brown sugar. So you will be using the rest of this brown sugar over here. This is about 4 tablespoons. By itself, the sauce will taste pretty sweet, but keep in mind that it will be mixed in with the rice, which is a little bit more bland. The two coming together will give you that really delicious sweet aroma. Notice how Tia is stirring consistently. This is very key as you do not want to burn the coconut milk at all.
Or the sugar for that matter.
Oh yeah, actually, or the sugar. All right, so we got the coconut milk nicely warmed. The rice is steamed. We had a small bite of it and it is indeed cooked. We got our mangoes chopped. I think we're good to go.
I think it's time to have dessert for dinner.
Let's assemble.